Today, as we celebrate 30 years of the iconic 1995 Casper film,
Hi.
we share with you a clip with the legendary animator Peter Lampanidis, who directly worked on that film in other classics such as Toy Story 2, Shrek 2, Madagascar, Jumanji, and much more. Peter explains how he got in the industry and the overall process of how Casper was made.
Yeah, back then there was only two schools to teach animation. It was Concordia in Montreal and Sheridan College in Toronto. So if you were, and I was trying to get into film at York, but my marks weren't good enough, but I could draw. So that got me into animation. And I thought to myself, that's film. Again, long story short, graduated in 93 and animation was starting to hit big because of Roger Rabbit and Little Mermaid. So got jobs right away in 93 and flew down to the States and then worked at ILM and Disney Feature Animation, then Pixar.
Wow.
Then Mannix, and then came back to Toronto. And it was back in Toronto where I started going, I want to direct.
Cool.
That's basically in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's even like very interesting to me to hear about those times because right now, as you can see, I got the green screen behind me. I dabble in editing on the computer and everything, but I couldn't imagine like back then the type of technology and even trying to make these things on these slower computers, because a lot of those movies you worked on, like from the Caspers, the Toy Stories, they still hold up today. So just kind of wondering like how was like just render times or like even like the process of that? Would it take absolutely forever to do like a simple thing or?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, on Casper, it was still film at the time. So you would do your shot, then you'd hand it to the guy doing the rendering. So there was another person who was the lighter. They would light it, but they would stay later than you would. And then they would send it off to a lab at night. And in the morning, you'd see it in dailies. Like you'd actually sit in the theater and see it projected on a huge screen.
Wow.
That was weird, but that's gone. I mean, that is gone. That is completely gone. But at the time, they were doing it because there was no digital film at the time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I was thinking it was like what, like Clones, Attack of the Clones, that were the first digital film. So that's like 2003 or something, 2002.
Oh, really? That
So,
later? Wow.
yeah, first digital film. So before that, it was all celluloid. It was all film. So that slowed down the process, the transfer of digital to film. The render process was slow. It's a good question you're asking in terms of like just how long it took. But yeah, it took a long time. But the process doesn't change, right? I mean, the idea of animation, especially character animation, still requires the animator to think about the shot, talk with the director, find out what's required, do all your homework, and then execute, right?
Yeah.
So that hasn't changed. But speed has. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's so interesting for me to hear that you had to wait a day and then watch it in a theater to actually see it working. And I couldn't imagine the feeling if you did make a mistake on something. It's just like, I gotta go back.
Again, just to clarify, I could see what I animated, but I didn't know what it would look like lit. You know what I mean? With the lighting on it, with the actor properly composed and composited properly, right? But before that, you don't know. I mean, your animation is working, but you're not 100% as to how it's all gonna work together. So yeah, you're right. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as like not knowing at all, like a live action or animation back in the day when they would shoot something and have to wait they'd actually shoot it and wait at the lab to even see their animation. So that took like in the 40s and 60s and 70s forever.
Hope you enjoyed that clip with Peter Lampanidis. At the beginning, he mentioned his influence of Roger Rabbit. And if you click the tab on the screen, you can watch another interview featuring Andreas Deja, who made Roger Rabbit and all the classic Disney villains of the 80s and 90s. And alongside that, hit the subscribe button for more exclusive and soulful chats from the arts and entertainment industry.